There I was, hiding behind the back of a petrol station in the middle of the night with the man I'd just met. We were digging through an industrial bin, sifting through rubbish, foraging for food, and I couldn't help wondering just how I'd ended up there. Yep, that's out of date. Lettuce. Out of date, nice. Cheese. Out of date, cheers. Jam. Ah, that's actually in date, great. Are you joking me? A whole pack of bacon out of date. When I was throwing away out-of-date food from my fridge, I suddenly realised how much I wasted. And I wanted to find out just how much food we as a nation throw away. I was shocked to discover that the average UK household bins the equivalent of 6 meals every week. That's £60 a month to the average family. Every day, Britons throw away the equivalent of 24 million slices of bread, 5.8 million potatoes, 5.9 million glasses of milk. 15 million tonnes of food are wasted every year in the UK. I went to speak to an employee who works in the food industry to find out how they dispose of their food waste. How does the company you work for get rid of food waste at the end of the day?
Well, at the end of the day, we look at everything that's out of date, so the paninis, the muffins and everything, and then we have to destroy them by hand, so they're not edible at all, and then we put them out in the bin, then lock the bin until they're taken away the next day.
And how much do you actually waste?
Normally around the busier times of the year, like summer, Christmas stuff, it's over about £600 worth of food that goes in the bin.
And just goes straight in the bin?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that so much food could be wasted, but then I came across the Real Junk Food Project. Located in the Stokes Croft area, Bristol's Skipchin is one of the only cafes in the country that serves meals made solely from food surplus. Volunteers at the cafe source the ingredients from supermarket bins and receive donations from food waste charities, like FareShare. Sam Joseph founded the Skipchin earlier this year.
We'd seen the extent of supermarket food waste and we knew that that was only the tip of the iceberg. We really wanted to do something about it. And then the Real Junk Food Project started and it's just been a whirlwind of a year since then. You know, we're serving 150, 200 people on a normal day's basis, which is insane. But yeah.
I mean, what kind of customers do you get in here? Do you always get the standard type, or is there a range of people?
It's really, really ranged, man. It's like, it goes from kind of the stereotypical person that anyone would probably think would use this cafe. Like, loads of students, loads of people who are just like on their lunch break.
So by pay as you feel, you help out by washing up, or?
Yeah, well, I mean, pay as you feel just means like whatever you feel. So it could be washing up, it could be, as I say, coming down singing a song. We've had people like sit there and paint us pictures for 3 hours and put them on the wall to pay. You know, people really get that, you know, and that's what we wanted to do.
So what does food from a bin really taste like? I've got cinnamons in the cabbage, which is really good. It's root mash as well, which is really great. I mean, it's all so nice. Everything just smells great and it actually tastes really good as well. Yeah, I'll definitely eat this every day. A lot of volunteers and customers at the Skipchin advocate the freegan lifestyle. Freegans live a sustainable existence by utilising discarded food waste as well as other materials. I wanted to know more about what it was like to live as a freegan, so I met up with Craig Rye, who told me about his experience. So what made you start being a freegan?
I mean, I've always been interested in environmental stuff. I've always been concerned about environmental issues in particular. And while I was at uni, in my halls, I met all kinds of interesting people. They taught me about food waste and, you know, how much food is wasted by the major supermarkets, you know, and by the supply chain process. And they took me on my first trip around the back of Sainsbury's to look into the bins. I remember in particular we found lots of lovely avocados and tomatoes and different things. I was just shocked by the scale of it. But you just have to remember that, you know, even if the police come up to you and say, you know, what are you doing? Most of the time they're going to be assuming that you're hiding something in the bin.
It was finally time to try my hand at freeganism, something I felt both excited but extremely anxious about. Craig was about to give me a masterclass in dumpster diving.
Wear warm clothes. Torches are great. When you get into a new city or a new area, you can just Google all the local bins. The best shops are sort of like smallish ones that are a bit out of the city centre. A lot of shops close their bin with like a triangular key, which you can buy on eBay. So you just pull those out and have a look.
Over the past week, I've found out how much food we actually waste without even realising it. I've met people who are actually trying to change our throwaway culture, and they've shown me that a freegan lifestyle is something that everybody can adopt. If everyone pulls together, it's possible to get as many as 1 billion people out of hunger. Just think what we can achieve.